again, people. Well, it's more earning hate for cops because they're out here trying to spread bullshit for people that don't understand, and nobody wants to call them out on it. Welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. So, full disclosure, retired cop, 30 years. I trained dogs in the military for almost 20 years and trained them on the outside for civilian law enforcement agencies. So, I've got a little experience in this. And I always said, when cops abuse tools that are given to them by we the people, they lose those tools. Years ago, cops used to have saps, a little metal thing in their pocket. Somebody got on a hand, you'd whack them across the jaw, you'd thump them on a shoulder or a bone. It would hurt like hell, and it would get their attention. And then cops started abusing them, and they were hitting people in the head and killing people and hitting them in the temple and beating them with it. And guess what? They were outlawed. Because when you give cops unaccountability with weapons, guns, tanks, dogs, they're going to abuse it when they're not held accountable, and then finally the courts and the people will take it away. So now California is producing a bill they want to stop canine officers to use for arrest and crowd control. I support the bill. I like it. Even though the freaking people that wrote the bill are all making it about race and the poor black and brown people, this has nothing to do with color. You idiots that keep making it about color and then try to call everyone else racist when everything that comes out of your mouth is poor you because you're black, poor you because you're brown, and everyone else is racist. You're the racist. This is not a color issue. This is a government accountability issue.
Today at California's Capitol, AB 742, use of force police canines legislation.
This bill seeks to end a deeply racialized...
Bullcrap. Has nothing to do with race. White people, black people, everyone. Do you idiots? Yeah, I'm calling you an idiot, even though you did a good bill. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. You're an idiot. If you think cops are out there saying, yeah, I got my dog and I only want to let him bite black and brown people, you're a freaking idiot. I've been in law enforcement 30 freaking years. I've never heard anybody with that crazy attitude. Cops don't care. They're abusive. When they're not held accountable, they will abuse anybody of any color, of any sex, because they're not held accountable. This is not a color issue, you idiot.
Traumatic and harmful practice by prohibiting the use of police canines.
Good. Should prohibit them. I said they should have gone away years ago. Cops are out of control. They shoot people unaccountability. They drive on sidewalks and endanger the public. They shoot innocent people. Why do cops kill dogs, even little chihuahuas? Because they're in fear of their life. But somehow, when a cop lets a dog chew on somebody, the person can't be in fear of their life. They just got to take it. Otherwise, they're charged with resisting. Cops have abused using canines, and they ought to lose it.
And taking aim at use of law enforcement canines.
Police canines remain a gross misuse of force, victimizing black and brown people.
Oh my God, here we go, you freaking idiot.
Disproportionately.
Maybe black and brown people are disproportionately doing most of the crime, and that's why they're getting bit disproportionately. Has nothing to do with the abuse of government. If more white people were committing more crime, and I'm going to take a wild ass guess here. Let me take a swag. In a predominantly white area where cops use canines, they use it on white people. And it's disproportionate. That's like saying referees in the National Basketball League are racist because black players get called more for fouls than white players. Are you kidding me? I mean, are you kidding me? Come on, people. Stop with the race-baiting bullshit. This is a government accountability issue, a government abuse issue, has nothing to do with color.
The bill would prohibit those dogs from being used to make arrests, apprehensions, or from being part of crowd control measures.
Good. They shouldn't. You can probably find one of my old videos. I've said this for years. Cops should lose canine. They're out of control.
Use of police canines have been a mainstay in this country's dehumanization and its cruel and violent history.
Oh, cruel and violent history. Here we go. Let's hate America. Let's blame America. Let's blame the founders. Let's take down statues. Let's rewrite history. Whatever. This is about government accountability and abuse by cops of defenseless people.
Veterans in law enforcement canine handling don't agree with the bill's provisions.
Well, no shit they don't agree. This idiot is a retired lieutenant and he makes big money off government by training these dogs. Why the hell would he want dogs to go away? That's just crazy. You get somebody like this. That's like having Colonel Sanders investigate why chickens are dying at his restaurant. Are you kidding me? He sells freaking fried chicken. They're going to have some lieutenant that trained dogs tell you, oh, this is a bad idea. No shit.
Makes no sense.
Ron Cloward, a retired lieutenant with Modesto Police Department, says police dogs are an invaluable, non-lethal part of forces across the country.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Every time I see a canine used, there's 15 cops standing around and they all have to get out of the way just so they can use the dog and let him chew and bite. Absolute bullshit. Do dogs have a place? Sure. They can track. They've got a good nose. They can find people. They can help in searching places. They can find drugs. They can find fruit and nuts that cross an immigration across the borders. Dogs have a purpose. But chewing and biting, you have lost the privilege, you tyrannical, blue line, blue stain, blue line flag crap idiot cops that we have nowadays that think you are gods and everybody should kiss your ass and we the people should thank you for abusing us. Well, fuck you.
It's a tool, and it's something that if we take it away, you're just eliminating one more non-lethal weapon for law enforcement.
Okay, let me explain this double talk here. Non-lethal, okay? Anything can be non-lethal. I can take a gun that is designed to kill and shoot you, and I can shoot it in air as a warning shot, and it becomes non-lethal. Unless the bullet falls down on somebody's head, okay? So this sounds really cool, like, oh, dogs are protecting you because it's non-lethal. I can also take a dog and let him chew on your throat and kill you. This guy says dogs aren't killing people. That's bullshit. There are dogs killing people. Cops have used dogs, and they've chewed the shit out of them, and they've died. So don't give me this bullshit about dogs aren't killing people. And if they aren't killing people, why are all you pussy cops shooting freaking three-legged chihuahuas saying I was in fear of my life and I had to kill a family pet? You freaking cops are just, you're worse than freaking liberals with your bullshit propaganda. You have lost all credibility with we the people.
Cloward owns and operates a canine training business. Agencies statewide.
Gee, owns and operates a canine training business. Why would he say they're no longer? Why don't we ask him for a non-biased opinion?
I'd put handlers and their dogs through his multi-week courses that he says have evolved in his time in police work to, first and foremost, focus on de-escalation.
And the other
Ain't no damn cop. I can't even think he can say this with a straight face. This guy is a master liar. If he thinks cops are out there de-escalating with dogs. Cops have to use dogs so they can justify the training and the expense. That's why dogs are being used when they shouldn't be used. That's why dogs are being used when there's 10 cops there and they go, move out of the way, let me use the dog. It is a justification. No difference than why they're sending a freaking 40,000-pound truck from the fire department because somebody had a fender bender on a highway to block traffic. They have to use the fire truck in order to justify getting new fire trucks and to say how much we need it. It's bullshit. Fire trucks should be responding to fires, not freaking banana peels on a highway.
other is focusing more on controlled police dogs and being under complete control at all times by the handler.
These dogs that I've seen are never under control. They can't get them off. They're choking them. They're pulling them. They're ripping them. They don't call their dogs back. When I trained dogs in the military, we had to stop our dog while they were in midair flying to the dog. When we said out, the dog would turn his head, bounce off the person they were chasing, and come back to us. They would not bite. I've never seen a police dog do that. They can't even get them to stop biting when they're pulling on the leash and trying to choke them out. Cops have abused the privilege of having a dog to assist them in taking people in custody. And I hope this bill passes.
Dog bites, Cloward admits, can be vicious and disfiguring.
I'm not going to say that a bad bite can't happen, because they do.
No shit. They do, because cops abuse it and think it's cool.
But people don't die from dog bites.
Yeah, well, you're full of shit. And if that's true, why the fuck are all you pussy cops shooting freaking dogs every time I turn around, saying you were in fear of your life? If police, trained dogs, aren't killing people, why are you shooting little chihuahuas and poodles?
A step further, Cloward points to canines being the only method of force that you can recall after deployment.
Once you've deployed pepper spray, it's been deployed.
Wow, that sounds really good. That's a good point. Wow.
Okay, it's going to land. Once you use your gun, it's going.
Wow, that's a really good point. Man, I think we should have dogs. Once you give a dog to a tyrant and he uses it freaking inappropriately and he's not held accountable, it doesn't matter if he can call it back or not. The point is, cops aren't calling them back and they're abusing it. Take them away.
Once you use your taser, it's on its way. You're not stopping it. The only thing you can stop is a canine.
And he argues a tool that shouldn't be tampered with by legislation.
You're full of shit.
They are what they are, okay? And what's the alternative? Somebody laying in the morgue with a gunshot wound?
Oh my God. So that's our only choice, Mr. Lieutenant Blue Line Stain full of shit. Our only choice is either we have a dog or we kill somebody. Really? You can't go hands-on? You can't use your pepper spray, taser, baton, defensive tactics, de-escalation, numbers. You got 40 freaking cops every time you go anywhere. You can't use any of that. If you take away our dogs, then we have to kill you. What a freaking... Did he just say that? I can't believe his dumbass.
And what's the alternative? Somebody laying in the morgue with a gunshot wound?
What a freaking idiot. Oh my God. Want to go read the bill? It's California Assembly Bill 742. Basically, this bill would prohibit the use of unleashed. See, they're not even prohibiting them completely. This bill's bullshit. This is just a scam. Unleashed police canine by law enforcement. Oh! So if he's on a leash, I can have him chew on anybody and still chew on their neck and kill him. I just got to keep him on leash. Guess what? Cops are going to be getting 30 and 50-foot leashes now. Guaranteed. You cannot give tyrannical, abusive people a tool and make it to where there's wiggle room. What an idiot. This bill's freaking bullshit. To apprehend a person and any use of a canine for crowd control. This bill would prohibit law enforcement agents from authorizing any use or training of police canines that is inconsistent with this bill. So as long as you're on leash, you can still let your dog chew on as many people as you want. Meanwhile, you got dumbass lieutenant freaking dog trainer saying, if you take away our dogs, we're going to have to start shooting people. What the are you serious? All right, we'll end that there. Earning the hate. Cops lying to ignorant public and no other cops standing up calling out their bullshit. Well, I just did. How you like that? We'll end that there.